This is what I'm having for breakfast this morning. Look at the size of that pear. That's a giant pear. Holy cow. I had one already last night and they're delicious. And then a Wassa cracker with peanut butter. And if I'm still hungry, I'll probably have another Wassa cracker just because, yeah, I'm pretty hungry this morning. And then also I'll be trying to drink my water. Drink this whole bottle with this meal. Good way to get it into me. I do pretty good with water. It's just that I heard that if you drink a big glass in the morning, it's just a good thing. So that's what I'm doing. I just called Shoppers Drug Mart and ordered prescriptions. The great thing is that you can actually order any products as well. So I got some toilet paper and vitamins. And yeah, they deliver it, and they've got my information on file, my address and credit card. That way everything's, you don't need cash all the time at home. I just finished making the salads for dinner tonight, and I pretty much finished off all the lettuce. So there's mine, and here's my mom's. Basically it's the same thing. She just doesn't like carrots. But we've got baby spinach and green leaf lettuce, celery, cucumber, and green onion. And then what I did was, just because there was a little bit left, I put some in this container, and for a quick salad, I guess, tomorrow for lunch, or maybe even for an evening snack. But yeah, it looks delicious, and it's pretty filling, surprisingly. I'll be putting croutons on here, and I've got ranch dressing, and my mom uses a Catalina dressing. I think I'm going to be focusing on depression for the next little while and trying to see how I can make it better. So I think the first thing is just to become aware of when I'm starting to get into a depression, and if I'm able to sort of pull myself out of it or make it not as painful. So yeah, this is a depression workbook, and right now I'm just going to do one little area, which is the warning signs of depression. They'd be my warning signs. What they have is a full list here of like 60 or 70 different things, and I just finished going through it and I checked off all the ones that applied to me. They're not always all of these, but at one time or another I've experienced all the ones I've checked off. It says, what are your early warning signs that you are on a downward spiral? And I checked off, withdrawal, inactivity, tired easily, excessive sleep, poor ability to concentrate. I should have checked off irritability. It just doesn't happen very often. Cry easily, self-destructive thoughts. I don't know what that means. I'm thinking that just means you're hard on yourself, really. Negative, kind of. Inability to experience pleasure. Unable to do what I normally do. That's a big one. Insecurity, that's another big one. Anxiety, not all the time, but it does go with depression sometimes, I find. Extreme grief type emotions. Eating junk food, and I just put sometimes because it's true. Sometimes I'll just say the heck with it and eat bad for a while. Everything seems disorganized. That's definitely true because it feels like my house is just so messy and I'm just so behind on everything. I just have that feeling. And then feelings of regret for past decisions. Sometimes I will sort of think back a lot when I'm going through depression, because I look at my life and I try and just figure stuff out. Not wanting to do anything. Inability to function. Low energy level. Stay in bed for long periods. That is not I would say that happened when I was in a really bad depression a few years back. But I haven't done that. That is such a deep depression when you're just day after day after day always in bed, and yeah, that's tough. Negative attitude. Yeah. Low self-esteem, lack of interest in everything. Yeah, pretty much. Suicidal ideation, and I would say not all the time. Depends on the intensity of the depression. But yeah, of course I have those thoughts. Feel no one understands me. Feel like giving up on life. Yeah, I definitely go through that where I feel like no one understands me. And giving up on life, I guess that doesn't happen all the time, but it does sometimes for sure. And then avoid people, and that's it. And so now that I kind of already knew it, but it's something that if I'm starting to feel down and I'm not sure if it's depression or not, I can probably come look at this list and recognize it for what it is. Because when you first kind of go into depression, you don't know what it is, or you're not sure, or you think maybe it's just you're having a rough day, or that kind of thing. So it is a relief in a sense to know it's depression, because there's a lot of times you just start to beat yourself up and be hard on yourself, and knowing that it is depression and remembering that that's what it is, you're just not so hard on yourself, if that makes sense. Yeah, I did that, and then there's different things. Of course, this is a workbook, so there's tons of things to be filled out here. And I'm just going to keep working my way through.